Well, ladies and gentlemen, to start our pre-MAGTF concert, Captain Sky Martin will be singing an a cappella version of God Bless America. Captain Sky Martin is a commissioned officer in the United States Marine Corps after graduating from the United States Naval Academy back in 2011. Her passion for singing has presented numerous opportunities to connect with others through a shared love of the Marine Corps and the power of music. She has sung in support of several military and professional sporting events, including the 2016 Blue Angels flight demonstration at the Los Angeles County Air Show, plus numerous Memorial Day commemoration ceremonies, including the 2016 NFL Pro Bowl game, the San Francisco 49ers Marine Corps Reserve Centennial game, and multiple Major League Baseball games. She's also been a fan favorite at the previous 2 Marine Weeks held in Phoenix and Nashville, Tennessee. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's all stand in honor of her performance of God Bless America.
While the storm clouds gather far across the sea, let us swear allegiance to a land that's free. Let us all be grateful for a land so fair, as we raise our voices in a solemn prayer. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans, white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Captain Sky Martin, everyone. Big round of applause for Captain Sky Martin. Next up, Master Gunnery Sergeant Paradis here to tell us all about the Marine Corps Band.
For nearly a century, Marine Band San Diego has thrilled countless thousands throughout the country with its inspiring renditions of patriotic music, classical literature, big band and top 40 favorites, and of course, the marches of John Philip Sousa. The primary mission of Marine Band San Diego is to provide musical support for military and civic ceremonies. The 50 Marines of the band perform in several different ensembles, to include a concert band, marching band, brass quintet, woodwind quintet, jazz combo, rock band, and brass band. In order to encourage music education and showcase the vibrant history and tradition of military music, the band is active in providing clinics and concerts for high school and college students throughout the United States, serving as musical role models for developing musicians. Among the band's most popular performances, the Return of the Roses Parade, the Holiday Bowl Parade, their annual San Diego Summer Concert Series, and performances at past Marine Week events in Phoenix and Nashville. The band also appears regularly at professional sporting events and legendary music venues throughout the country. For more information on upcoming performances, we encourage you to follow Marine Band San Diego on Facebook. The band is led on the march by Gunnery Sergeant Hugh Wirtz, drum major, and is under the direction of Gunnery Sergeant Francisco Gaxiola, enlisted conductor. Arguably the most famous Marine musician, John John Philip Sousa wrote Semper Fidelis in 1888. From Latin, and meaning always faithful, Sousa wrote it one night while in tears after listening to his fellow Marines sing the Marines' hymn. Inspired by this camaraderie and brotherhood, our first selection is the official march of the Marine Corps and is dedicated to all Marines, past and present. The Marines of World War II fought their way across the European and Pacific theaters during the height of the swing era. It was the music and memories of home that kept these brave Americans going through the darkest of times. To the World War II veterans in the audience, we salute you. And to honor the legacy of those who fought in World War II, we present the 1940s classic, Sing, Sing, Sing.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
No Marine Band performance would be complete without the playing of our national march. Ladies and gentlemen of Detroit, John Philip Sousa's The Stars and Stripes Forever. defend our country wherever we are needed. We fight our country's battles in the air, on land, and sea. While no one likes to fight, we are firmly dedicated to the belief that someone knows how. First to fight for right and freedom, and to keep our honor clean. We are proud of the readiness entrusted to us, and we pledge ourselves to adhere to the standards of excellence expected of us. We are proud to claim the title of United States Marine. We are few in number, but many in ability, skill, and professionalism. We welcome the challenge and challenge those who will join our ranks. We are the few, the proud, your United States Marines.
Host! Ouch!
Another round of applause there for our Marine Corps band. When they do that Iwo Jima reenactment, it gets me every time, I'm telling you. How many of you enjoyed that? Boy, that incredible Master Sergeant Paradis, thank you so much for narrating. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here in just a few more minutes, as soon as our Marine band clears the stage, we have a real treat for you. These next folks that are going to come out here and their little friends, I think you're going to be very impressed with. My goodness, let's give up for the military working dog demonstration. Ladies and gentlemen, give a big warm welcome to the 1st Marine Expeditionary Forces K-9 unit out of Camp Pendleton, California. The chief trainer is Sergeant Donald Schmidt, and the handlers are Corporal David Mikowski with military working dog Rosie and Corporal Albert Tibercio with military working dog Joker. Now today they'll be showcasing some of their abilities and giving you an insight into the job field. The Marine Corps uses 4 different types of dogs to aid us in the mission. The patrol drug detection dogs, such as Joker, have been certified to locate narcotics and also process the patrol capability. Next, we have the specialized search dog, such as Rosie. Now, these dogs have the ability to work off of the leash at distances up to 300 meters away. Much like Joker, the next type of dog we have is a patrol explosive detection dog. These dogs also possess the patrol capability, but the difference between Joker and this type of dog is that these dogs have been certified to locate explosives. The 4th type of dog used is a combat tracker dog. These dogs are used to track human odor back to the individual. These dogs help in a variety of ways, such as searching buildings, roadways, and open areas. Ladies and gentlemen, let's watch as our military working dogs put on their demonstration.
talk to you guys already did me. Nah, man. I'm out.
Get him. Watch him all.
Out. Sit. Oh, boy.
Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to see more from the military working dogs, or if you have any questions for them, they'll be down in the static display area. That's all the way down there to the left, directly in front of the main stage from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. From all of the Marines and their furry companions at the 1st Marine Expeditionary Force K-9 Unit, we'd like to thank you for visiting Marine Week Detroit. Well, our next performers, their hands, they're actually registered lethal weapons. I'm talking about the McMap folks. They're here. The Marines of the Marine Corps Martial Arts Center for Excellence are here. The Marine Corps Martial Arts program, commonly referred to as McMap, revolves around the best combat-tested martial arts skills, time-honored combat techniques, and Marine Corps core values and leadership training. McMap is unique, developed by the Marines for Marines as a weapons-based system. McMap integrates the 4 elements of the fighting component: rifle and bayonet, edged weapons, weapons of opportunity, and unarmed combat techniques. The program consists of 3 disciplines: physical, mental, and character. Leading today's demonstration are Marine Corps Martial Arts instructor trainees: Gunnery Sergeant Brendan Runyon from Phillipsburg, Kansas; Staff Sergeant Michael Gamboa out of Freonia, Texas down there; Staff Sergeant Kerry Edwards from Hampton, Virginia; Sergeant Randy Reeds from Santa Valley, Arizona; and Sergeant Aaron Acton of Somerset, Kentucky. And Sergeant Brian Gare is out sick today. We're so sorry. Hope he gets feeling better. These demonstrations represent the discipline and the precision of the Marine Corps Martial Arts program and how Marines are trained to meet the challenges of any battlefield. Let's watch. That's like watching Chuck Norris when he was 20. Look at that. Great job there by the McMacken demonstration team. Of course, if you'd like to see them, you can also find them walking around out here. Big round of applause again for the Marine Corps Martial Arts Program. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a real treat here coming up for you in just a few seconds. I'm telling you, the next team that you're about to see really and truly needs no introduction, but we'll tell you just a little bit about them in case you don't know. The Marines before you represent nearly 7 decades of marching and rifle drill precision. Premiering at Marine Barracks, Washington, D.C. during the Sunset Parades in 1948, these Marines perform their precision drill in hundreds of public appearances throughout the United States and abroad each year. In addition, they represent the Marine Corps at numerous ceremonies in the nation's national capital area, honoring visiting dignitaries and heads of state. Comprised of highly trained infantry Marines from Marine Barracks, Washington, D.C., the Silent Drill Platoon executes its drill sequence without cadence or verbal command. The M1 rifle they carry with fixed bayonets weigh in excess of 10.5 pounds. Representing Marines around the world, the Silent Drill Platoon demonstrates the finest in Marine professionalism, esprit de corps, and discipline. The platoon sergeant today is Staff Sergeant Zaid Lamorie, Arlington, Virginia. The platoon rifle inspector is Corporal Jarris Wade of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. And ladies and gentlemen, Marine Barracks, Washington, D.C. proudly presents the United States Marine Corps Silent Drill Platoon. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for our Marine Corps Silent Drill Platoon and all of our free MAGTF demonstration performers today doing such a nice job out here. Well, Detroit, what do you think so far of the Marine Week out here in Motor City, USA? I tell you, this is just a perfect day. Chamber of Commerce weather we're having here. As our Marine Corps Silent Drill Platoon marches off. In the distance, you will soon hear the sound of freedom, as we like to say. The sound of F-18s, the sound of CH-53s, Venoms. All of the aerial assets that we have, minus just a few, will be flying for you today. It's going to be a grand event, and we're so happy that each and every one of you are here with us today. Tell your friends back home they can watch this live on Facebook. It's happening right now. And on behalf of the Commandant of the Marine Corps, General Robert Neller, I'd like to thank you for attending today's Marine Air Ground Task Force demonstration right here at Marine Week, Detroit. We're honored that you're here, but we'd also like to thank Mayor Mike Duggan and all of the great people of Detroit for their generosity, hospitality, and allowing us to be here today. My name is Matt Jolly from WarbirdRadio.com, host of Warbird Radio Live, and I'll serve as your narrator for today's demonstration. We have quite a scenario unfolding here for you today, folks. I'm going to get ready to tell you about it right now. The Marine Air Ground Task Force, or MAGTF, is a term used by the Marine Corps to describe the organizational structure that they use as a foundation to conduct military operations. The MAGTF is comprised of 4 elements: the command element, the ground combat element, the air combat element, and the logistics combat element. Now, by combining these 4 elements, the Marine Corps enables a single commander to accomplish a specific mission by commanding both air and ground units. For example, for the special purposes of Marine Week Detroit, the Commandant of the Marine Corps established a special purpose MAGTF to execute this mission specifically for you. The value of MAGTF is characterized by its ability to perform a broad range of military operations while being forward deployed. Now, these operations can include anything from full-scale combat operations to humanitarian assistance. The ability to be continually deployed and capable of answering our nation's call to arms has earned the Marine Corps the nickname of America's 911 Force. Today, you're going to see an example of the broad capabilities of the Marine Air Ground Task Force. You'll notice a wide variety of aircraft throughout the demonstration. The majority of aircraft used within the MAGTF are designed for either close support or transportation of ground forces. However, because of the varying capabilities of the different aircraft, other specialized missions are also available. Today, you'll witness a demonstration that combines the efforts from both air and ground elements. For today's demonstration, the MAGTF has been forward deployed right here to the city of Detroit for a theater security mission to ensure that the 2017 Detroit Lions football season kicks off on time and on target. But according to intelligence reports, the President of the United States was informed last night that the game ball for the season opener had been stolen by a nasty pirate all the way from Wisconsin. That's right, Zastro the Cheese Pirate has taken the game ball. He and his angry band of pirates have parked out there on that barge. And the President has said that he needs a capable force, able to rapidly respond to the crisis and deliver the game ball to the head official for the season opener. Ladies and gentlemen, this situation in Detroit is critical and demands action. Our Commander-in-Chief has made a decision that has been made over 200 times since World War II. Send in the Marines. Last night, Colonel Chandler Nelms, the Special Purpose MAGTF commander, assembled his crisis action team and began rapid planning for the operation of Lions Nation. After quick planning, the commander decided the best way to suppress the target was by striking it consecutively using his F-18 Hornets, followed by Marine artillery. To enable his plan, members of the Marine Corps Fire Support Team, or FIST, were inserted by Marine Corps helicopters onto a landing zone in the vicinity of Belle Isle. The teams then conducted the strenuous movements with both speed and stealth, arriving here at the riverfront where they immediately began conducting operations. Ladies and gentlemen, it appears that the Marine Corps intelligence reports have seen Zastro the Cheese Pirate taking the football onto that barge right there in front of us. Until this threat is eliminated, the game ball cannot be retrieved or delivered for today's event. But fortunately for us, the Marine Air Ground Task Force is equipped to handle it. The FA-18 is a mission-critical aircraft that can deliver lots of multiple missions. One of those is close air support. Let's watch now as our FA-18 Hornets strike the barge with an impact the Pirates are sure to not forget. Captain Robert Lundegren from Livingston, Montana was in the lead. His Wizzo in the back, Captain Branson Breed from Louisville, Texas. Flying the second Hornet was Brian Muir from Grand Rapids, Michigan. And the Wizzo in the back of the number 2 jet was Captain Sage Santangelo from Denver, Colorado. Now, though those aircraft can fly high above the targets and observe them, they can also get down and dirty like they just did. A member of the fire support team will now make a radio call for the fire mission back to the Fire Detection Center for the M777 howitzer to eliminate the target. Ladies and gentlemen, let's listen live now and hear what a real call to fire actually sounds like.
Steel Rain, this is Phalanx 1-5. Fire perfect, over.
Phalanx 1-5, this is Steel Rain. Fire perfect, out.
Grid 17 Tango, Lima Golf 320879, over.
Grid 17 Tango, Lima Golf 320879, out.
Personnel with heavy machine guns in the open, over.
Personnel with heavy machine gun in the open, out. Message observer, Kilo, 3 rounds. Target number, Alpha Bravo 1001, over.
Message to observer, Kilo, 3 rounds. Target number, Alpha Bravo 1001, out.
Shot, over.
Shot out.
Now, right now, that shot is in the air somewhere. Observer Captain Jeff Smith and Corporal Chip DeVers are watching for it right now as it's flying closer and closer to the target. Keep your eyes on center stage.
Steel Rain, Phalanx 1-5, and of mission. Target number Alpha Bravo 1001. Heavy machine gun team neutralized, over.
Phalanx 1-5, this is Steel Rain, end of mission. Target number Alpha Bravo 1001. Heavy machine guns and personnel neutralized, out.
Well, what do you say for that, Detroit? It appears that the firing mission produced a direct hit, neutralizing the enemy forces. But the fire support team will continue reporting on the enemy, while the amphibious and heliborne forces move into position. The CH-53 Super Stallion, the next player that you'll soon see, is a heavy lift helicopter, part of the Marine Corps. It's the biggest one they have. In fact, that aircraft can carry a 26,000-pound light armored vehicle, can carry 16 tons of cargo, or enough combat-loaded Marines to lead a full-up assault or humanitarian operation. But perhaps what's most amazing about the largest helicopter in the United States is what it achieves despite its size. Though powerful enough to lift every aircraft in the Marine inventory except the KC-130, the CH-53 Super Stallion is compact enough to deploy on amphibious assault ships, and it has the armament, speed, and agility to qualify as much more than a heavy transport lift. The pilots and crew flying this big, beautiful bird are none other than Major Patrick Ryan from Salem, Mass., and Major John Martin from Muscatine, Iowa. Corporal Falcione, he's the guy in the back down there. You can see the loading dock is down, the ramp is down. Nicholas Meldicott, he's in there too. And Lance Corporal Matthew Jordan, all part of our CH-53 Super Stallion team. Now look, they have implanted the Marines in those little rubber boats. We like to call them cricks. They're rubber raiding craft. The cricks are moving into position. They've dropped them off down the river there, and here they come. They're going to swing into position and do their best to conduct a bottom-up visit, board, search, and seizure, or VBSS, of that barge. We're going to watch now as the cricks slowly swing into position. Once the cricks, the reconnaissance Marines, have conducted the bottom-up VBSS, Colonel Nelms will be directing the heliborne forces to assess the area. So now you see the boats moving into action. They're going to offload and conduct that VBSS. And before long, those two helicopters, the Viper and the Venom, are going to swing over the top. And they're actually going to load Marines onto the barge via a fast rope. Let's watch as all of this unfolds right before our very eyes. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the Viper that you see flying over the top of the aircraft, commonly called a Huey. That's actually a Venom. It's an upgrade. It has 4 rotor blades. He's going to hover the Venom right over the top of the barge. The Viper looks a lot like a Cobra helicopter, is going to position itself up over the top and watch out for any bad guys. Let's watch now as this all unfolds in real time. Again, streaming live on Facebook around the world. If you have some friends that couldn't make it here today, send it to them in a text and tell them to see what you are watching happen right in front of you. An incredible assault led by your United States Marine Corps. Now, for the folks at home who can actually hear, the folks down on the dock, they're having a hard time. They probably can't hear what I'm saying right now, but that helicopter that you're seeing right now has just dropped the fast rope team onto the deck. Now we're going to watch as our Marines work hard to secure that barge and get rid of all of the pirates. The Huey that we saw flying away, better known as the Venom, is a twin-engine, medium-sized utility helicopter that can be used for command and control purposes, as well as armed escorts, reconnaissance, troop transport, or medical evacuations, or even close air support. It's equipped with several weapon systems, including a 50 caliber machine gun, as well as a 7.62 minigun. These weapons are employed by the helicopter crew chiefs and all of the folks that are helping to make this possible. Right now, what we're looking for is our next player. This next aircraft is going to swing into action and help our troops down there on the barge to actually make this happen. I'm talking about the MV-22 Osprey. That's what we're looking for right now on the horizon. Now, right now on that barge, we have our Marines that have fast roped in. You can see the barge. There's not a lot of movement, but trust me, there's a lot of Marine manpower out there working hard. They've actually been radioing back now to the Osprey, calling in their position. So what we'll soon see is the MV-22 Osprey swinging into view. This is actually not a helicopter, and it's not a fixed-wing aircraft. It's the best of both worlds. The MV-22 was designed to combine the functionality of a conventional helicopter with the long-range, high-speed performance of a turboprop aircraft. In order to transition between the two functions, pilots can increase the rotations per minute of the propeller rotors while transitioning the aircraft's lift from the wings to the rotors. Now, how incredible is that? It's science fiction in motion. Each of those engine nacelles on that Osprey weigh an impressive 10,000 pounds, and they could actually be used, well, by just a flick of a switch. That translates into changing from an airplane that goes around 250 miles per hour to a helicopter that can land out there on a barge, or anywhere for that matter, in about 15 seconds, or vice versa. Now, the pilot in the MV-22, as we said, he can actually land by rolling onto a runway just like a fixed-wing aircraft, or it can land like a helicopter. Pretty impressive for the MV-22. Now, if you look down there to your left, you will see the tilt rotor aircraft today. The giant MV-22. This thing is massive. If you haven't seen it up close, you're about to. The tilt rotor aircraft commander today in the lead is MV-22 Major Bossart and his co-pilot, Captain Kim. The crew chiefs are Corporal Stallings and Corporal Lee, piloting our MV-22 today. Let's watch is what was once only a dream that has now become reality. Take a look at your MV-22, Detroit, as Marine Week 2017 continues to unfold. Awesome job there by the Ospreys, but look down there on the barge, if you will. Ladies and gentlemen, it appears as if the reconnaissance Marines on the barge have eliminated the enemy forces and have the game ball in hand. Now it's imperative that the Marines immediately egress and deliver it to the head Lions official, ensuring the integrity of the opening game. 5 of the Marines are conducting the Special Spy Patrol Insert or Extraction, in this case rigging, affectionately known as a spy rig. What you're about to see is something that I heard numerous people talking about inside the hotel lobby just today. Our Marines on the barge, now that they've secured the game ball, have to get off. The spy rig, as we called it, the Special Patrol Insert or Extraction rigging, commonly called the spy, was actually developed as a means to rapidly get Marines in, or in this case, get them out of a hard area. What you're about to see is something that you've only seen in movies for the most part. These Marines are going to lower that spy rope right down to the barge. The gunship high above will keep watch on any wayward pirates that we may have missed. Make sure Zastro doesn't rear his head again. And now the Venom swinging into position over the top of the barge. It's going to be so loud you won't be able to hear me, but watch these Marines as they hook their D-rings into the rope. That'll soon be lowered down and escape to safety. One by one, each Marine will lift off from the deck of the barge and escape to safety as high overhead our gunship patrols for the bad guys. Let's watch as it unfolds here for the 2017 Marine Week in downtown Detroit. a lot of noise down here on the Detroit Riverwalk at this moment as our Marines are continuing to hover. But I want you to notice, this takes about 4 minutes to hook all of these Marines up, but they do it with such precision. You'll see the spacing between them is highly calculated. When the Marines actually start to move and walk, they're doing that to keep the slack out of the spy rope. At that point, they'll start to lift off. So you'll know what's about to happen as our Marines start to move forward and walk down the barge. And you can just imagine, maybe you're on the rooftop of a building in some far corner of the world or somewhere you don't want to be. This is your only way out. So you have to do it quickly, but you also have to do it safely. And that's what they're demonstrating for you today. And again, high in the sky overhead. The Marines are still watching out for those on the ground. We have vantage points all across this city. And now it's the liftoff port. Watch as the Big Venom starts to slowly lift. One by one, each Marine will start to walk forward and gradually rise into the sky. Sergeant Barstow is part of that. Sergeant Apaloka, Breitenbach, McDonald, Paul, Buckley. And Vucinich now is getting airborne. Look at that. Come on, Detroit, make some noise for your Marine Corps. In the spy rig, or spy rope, I should say, spy rig, as it lifts into the safety and comfort of the sky. Well, now let's watch back down on the deck. Each of the reconnaissance Marines that are in those D-rings, they're already safe. But our remaining 8 Marines are now egressing from ship to shore with the game ball in hand in the combat rubber raiding craft. Now this craft is a specially fabricated rubber inflatable boat, often used by both Navy SEALs and the Marines. It provides Marines over-the-horizon transportation, inserting lightly armored raiding parties or reconnaissance teams onto beaches, piers, offshore facilities, or even larger vessels. Now the Marines will conduct the dismount to clear and secure the shoreline. Watch now as they start their loading process onto the cricks. Upon establishing a 360-degree security perimeter, the assault element leader or platoon commander will confirm the position and radio that the mission is indeed complete. We have the game ball in hand. Let's watch them now as they board the little crick boat. Walking down. How many of you would like to see the Marines actually just come ashore and greet each and every one of you? Would you like that? You want to meet some Marines today? If you're standing down there by the edge of the Riverwalk, I hope you'll help them when they make their exit, because these fine young Marines would love nothing more than to meet each and every one of you. Let's bring them home in style. How about some Detroit style for them when they get over here? We still have them loading. All right, we're down to just a few of them left. Cheer them on, Detroit. With the game ball in hand, I think it is safe to say that the Marines will soon be ashore. And of course, they all hope to meet you. But I now like to turn your attention back to the sky, because nothing that we have done today could be complete without a little refueling operation. And we have to mention our KC-130, the Juliet, that helps them fuel up. It's going to do a simulated refueling pass for you right now. The hoses will be in. Normally, they'd both be out. They'd be out on the wingtip. If you turn your attention now to the left and get ready, because here comes the boom, Detroit. The refueling boom, that is. Watch as our Big Hurt has the hoses rolled up, but slowly starts its way down the river with 2 FA-18 Hornets right on each wingtip. Now, this is something you don't always see, but take a look at this perfect formation today for you, Detroit. Here for your viewing pleasure, the KC-130 Juliet model with 2 Hornets on each of its wings, simulating the mission that is flown in theaters all around the world, the refueling mission of your United States Marine Corps. What do you say, Detroit? How about a big round of applause for all of the Marines that are here with us today, especially those of the FA-18 and the big KC-130 up there. Pilot today, Captain Alan Coward from Columbia, Missouri, I believe, is flying that aircraft today. Co-pilot, Lieutenant Nick Friends from Loveland, Colorado. The plane captain is Master Sergeant Rob Hurley, and the crewmasters, I should say, are Gunnery Sergeant Paul Wysek and Corporal Matthew Bolton today. Well, Detroit, I hope you will greet all of our Marines who are now making their way down front to the Riverwalk. We got an awful lot of them down there. Sergeant Echeverria, Machio, Donahue, Presley, Seeley, Tremont, Pruitt, Desilets, Dunne, Norton, Curzon, and even Cunningham will be coming up there to the dock. So when you see these Marines who are taking part in our demonstration today, please let them know how much you appreciate it. Well, this concludes our MAGTF demonstration for today. What you've witnessed is only a small fraction of how Marine Corps units are employed on a daily basis throughout the world. The demonstrations that you have seen, as well as all the individual Marines that you've met throughout Marine Week Detroit, are a testament to the institutional readiness that our Corps upholds. It is also an honor and a privilege for us to showcase the Marine Corps' capability and how it enables us to be America's force in readiness. We ask that you please continue to visit the venues throughout the city and take the time to ask the Marines questions about their proud profession and our great Corps. We'll leave you with this. Semper Fidelis, always faithful, and we'll see you Sunday for the next performance. Ladies and gentlemen, the game ball right there, down front and center. If you're still watching at home, there's our Marines with the game ball. And I don't know where Zastro is, that evil cheese pirate. We'll have to see if he comes back. But the 2017 Detroit Lions game ball has indeed been secured. There they are, holding it up down there and proud. Folks, don't run off. Go down there and meet and interact with these Marines. You know, less than 1% of us across this great country have the privilege to serve and have signed up for military service. That means fewer and fewer of you have ever met a veteran. Now is your chance to stare one in the eye and tell them thank you. So many of us say we support the troops, but we don't even know any of them. Well, now is your chance to welcome home some real Marines right here to downtown Detroit. We thank you for being here today, and we hope you'll come back Sunday and bring some friends with you. We're going to have a great rest of the week here in Detroit, so don't run off. Be sure to meet all the Marines that are here today and see the equipment. So long for now, everybody. We'll see you again Sunday and for the rest of Marine Week happening all day and all night right here in downtown Detroit.